Is this the darkest night ever in the life of the man with no fear? Well, let's hop into the pages of Daredevil issue number 3 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we check on in with Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, aka the current mayor of New York City. Word reaches his rather flabby ears that Daredevil is cornered by the police and that he's even been shot. Now, all common wisdom would say that the Kingpin should hang on back and let this play out, but Wilson is not a common man, far from it. This is the first time ever Daredevil's life has gone to hell, and that he himself has not been directly or indirectly responsible for it. In fact, he draws a comparison saying that all those other times it's like he wrote the script. Now he just wants to see the movie and be surprised firsthand. And that movie is quickly turning into a tragedy right away. Daredevil is hurt, unable to use his arm, and he's being stalked through the streets by Detective Cole North, a man for whom catching Daredevil has become an all-encompassing obsession that he will see through no matter what the cost. But it's not the cops that are Daredevil's enemy here, it's Daredevil himself. He can't trust himself anymore. His body's failing. He doesn't even know if he's fully been framed for the crime they say he committed. But at the same time, he refuses to admit that he was so negligent someone actually ended up dying on his watch, even if it was a 2-bit thug. Now, Daredevil tries to give North the slip by ducking on into a thrift shop and picking up some new clothes, but the cop is able to see through this disguise. And I mean, I can see the problem right here. Matt only picked up a big trench coat when he should have picked up a trench coat, fedora, and big sunglasses. It works for the Thing and the Ninja Turtles all the time. Eventually, the cops get our hero in a pincer maneuver, leaving him nowhere to go. Only here's the thing, a lot of the cops don't actually want to advance on Daredevil. A lot of them have had their lives saved by Old Hornhead. And the rest of the NYPD is either too lazy or too corrupt to actually get in there. But North, oh no, he's not like this at all. When Daredevil takes his gun, in fact, he challenges him to a fist fight. And again, normally a fist fight is a realm wherein Daredevil pretty much reigns supreme, but not this time. One of his arms is shot up and inoperable, and here's the twist. As we saw in the previous issue, North is actually a pretty accomplished boxer himself and is able to read a bunch of Daredevil's tells. This means that a broken, battered, and utterly delirious Daredevil gets his bell rung by a cop in the middle of the streets while a bunch of people look on. He even gets arrested just to really rub some salt in the wound. It's right around here too Kingpin decides to take his leave. After all, he's so happy he might as well be doing a dance in the middle of the street right now. Granted, it's not as bad as it could be. A bunch of the cops end up standing up for Daredevil, and doing so keeping his mask from being ripped off and being forced to do an actual perp walk. It does, however, look like he's going to jail for real this time, and nothing is going to stop it except for a hail of gunfire that ends up raining down on the cops at that very moment. Yeah, it seems that Daredevil has himself a most unexpected and violent guardian angel on his side tonight. One who not only spirits him away from police custody, but actually fixes up his wounds, and that guardian angel is revealed to be none other than Frank Castle, the Punisher, Matt's best frenemy ever. Frank says he's happy to see Matt, but moreover than that, he's over the moon to hear that Daredevil has finally seen the light and started killing criminals like him as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Daredevil issue number 3, everybody, and I gotta say, this arc is called No Fear, and Zdarsky is really hitting that point home harder and harder. Daredevil is one of those characters that gets his life ruined and has to start back from zero pretty much every couple years, but here Zdarsky finds new and interesting ways to really twist the knife into him. For one, there's seemingly no great conspiracy, yet at least. Daredevil made one truly terrible mistake and now he's paying for it by the pound. North also continues to be a fascinating character who gets built more and more every issue. In fact, he even gets an internal monologue here for this story, which is pretty damn cool. He's an excellent foil for Daredevil and certainly one of those characters who could go either way at this point. Either he becomes, a great antagonist for Matt throughout this series, or he could potentially become a friend who understands him in ways other people don't. Overall, I had a great time with this issue, and this is really becoming one of my favorite series at Marvel right now. I would give this a much-deserved 8 out of 10.
Hey there everyone, I'm Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. This is normally the part where I tell you to follow me on Twitter at Cape Joel, check out my Patreon page, my Twitch page, my Instagram, pretty much everything. Don't really have much of a format for this one. Someone just told me that I should change up these outros to keep them from getting stale, and that's what I'm doing. I got a new hoodie. There's other videos you can watch if you want them. I don't really know where I'm going here. Working working without a net. So thank you for watching. That's appreciated. Maybe give me a like, a subscribe, smash a button if there's a smashable button around. That would be most appreciated. And yeah, did I mention I got a new hoodie? Bye everyone. Also, smack things. Smack some. Yep, that's what I do. That's my thing. Yep. Bye.